Is Oshay going to address that shit? Probably not, because he's probably making a whole bunch of bank talking shit about Pan Africanism by attaching them to people who are clearly not Pan African, because you know his FBA club members, his FBA who pays him because they watch his shows and they watch all his shit, they love to dump on Pan Africanism. So this person who calls himself a Pan African, Oshay, decides for the algorithm, I'm going to be a Pan African who constantly finds a way to shit on Pan Africanism while talking about people who are clearly not Pan Africanism, which is definitely not Pan African. Might have to drop a dime on them.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta stop it.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
All right, y'all, we back with another video, man. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing health, wealth, and a better understanding self. So check this out. Oshay Du Jackson got a lot of Pan-Africans mad, all right, because he telling the truth about the scams and how they don't hold that same Pan-Africanism in Africa. They let them be tribal and go at it, and they say nothing. But when it comes to making money on Americans, they want to say, oh, we got to practice Pan-Africanism. We all got to unite against the oppressor. But we see time and time again, most of these Pan-Africans come over and they unite with the YTs. So now we're going to listen to Afro Think Tank. He wants to delineate from certain people who call themselves Pan-African. You can't make this stuff up, family. Now he wants to delineate from Pan-Africans. Check this out. I ain't finna hold y'all, but we're going to get into some more commentary. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, push them on the algorithm. I greatly appreciate that. Let's get it.
With something Oshay Duke Jackson is doing, okay? I got a big problem with something he's doing. So because I know he won't stop doing it, let me clarify for anybody that's paying attention what's going on, all right? Now, Oshay is currently at war, all right, with a bunch of what he likes to refer to as keyboard Pan-Africans, right? Keyboard Pan-Africans. Now, I understand what he's saying, right? He's talking about those Africans who leave their country, come to America, various different places, and never go back ever unless they go to vacation a couple weeks, right? And then they, and then they go back to their comforts of the West, because once they, get a taste of McDonald's and Taco Bell and goddamn comfortable pillows and shit, that is it. They never going back to Africa, right?
So why is you always got this smoke for FBAs, but you never calling them out? We seeing a lot of these guys, they want to unite with the YTs, and they call themselves Pan-Africans, and y'all say nothing. So now he's trying to delineate from these people. You can't make this stuff up. Watch.
And usually these are the ones in the workplace that will sit there and tell an African American how terrible their country is in real life. Terrible. I mean, absolutely terrible, right? But then they will get online when an African American regurgitates the exact same thing that they were just telling all of their freaking coworkers about their country, and because it's being said online, they're embarrassed. So then all of a sudden they act like they're for their country, right? And the problem is there's a lot of diasporan Africans, not all of them, obviously, but there's always a few of them, right? That they just got this thing to where they don't want anybody to talk about the shit in their country in another country, because nobody leaves the country that they love unless they have to. Nobody.
Which y'all know on this channel, we've been exposing how there are certain content creators that only talk about our business, Black American business. They don't speak on their own country, and they're in their own country. Okay, he did say something about this once, but this Pan-Africanism is breaking down. It doesn't have no legs to stand on. Afro Think Tank is now separating his Pan-Africanism from other Pan-Africans. So what is what are you talking about? He's just talking about uniting people. But he's in Africa right now where it's so ununited.
Leaves a country that they're proud of unless they absolutely have to. And they have to for a reason. But here's my problem. So I don't have a problem about, who he's battling and why he's battling it. Because he is not wrong. He may be an asshole. Yeah. But he ain't wrong about nothing, not a word that he's saying. Because everything he's saying about the corruption, the way business is done, and the lack of opportunities for the people on the continent, everything he's saying is correct, even though he's an asshole.
But you see how they used to try to talk to us about how great, they try to present all of the positive to us about Africa. This is how a lot of people got robbed going over there, Ghana, and a lot of things happen to them because of Pan-Africans. They don't keep it all the way real. They're either trying to make money from you going over there to Africa, okay? Or they're just caught up in this Pan-African movement to where they have you vulnerable going to a country where people look at you as a state dinner. And you trying to show love and say, hey, let's all unite. And then you end up, being a prey. And it's sad that we have to expose this, and we got to give credit to FBA and Oshay Jackson is exposing this. Y'all don't have that Pan-African love y'all talk about. It's no unity like that.
That's all. The problem that I have is that he's calling them keyboard Pan-Africans. The problem I have with Oshay, who keeps calling himself a Pan-African, is that he continues to brand Pan-Africanism as a negative thing, it seemingly every time he gets an opportunity, which is odd for somebody calling himself a Pan-African. To label these individuals Pan-African when they are clearly not Pan-African is propaganda.
They're clearly Pan-African. You didn't hear this guy call out Dr. Umar Johnson in the school. What Pan-African do we know didn't get caught up in trying to sell people to do something? Either they got a hotel in Africa, they trying to build a school. You got 19 kids trying to tell us that, he never told us nothing to look out for in Africa. But he got some business ties over there. Pan-Africanism is a scam for Americans. People they know where the money is at. And they're scamming for the money. And it's hard for them to say that because they want to stick with this because they're making money.
You understand? Pan-Africanism is not a club. And Oshay is smart enough to know that. Therefore, he must be doing it on purpose. Therefore, what is his agenda? Are you here, if you are a Pan-African, Oshay, why are you labeling Pan-African with negativity while uplifting him?
Because he was somebody that moved to Africa and he experienced it. He see what's going on and he's speaking his truth. Y'all don't like the narrative he putting out because it probably messes up your business, messes up y'all YouTube channel, because it makes you have to speak about the truth that's going on. And it goes against your narrative. All us sticking together when none of them ain't sticking together over there and you don't care about it. But when it comes to American dollars, you care about that.
FBA, which is a legitimate xenophobic hate group. You know it is. But for monetary reasons, you don't go negative with FBA. But for some reason, the unifying force of Pan-Africanism, the ideology of Pan-African, you chose to attach to xenophobic diaspora Africans who take advantage.
Now he mad at, he's really upset at, the FBA, the delineation movement. It hurts his pocket. It must hurt his pockets. Okay, he's mad at that. And he really don't have an answer back to Oshay Jackson because he got his own experience. He's speaking on his own experience and he calling this stuff out brilliantly, in my opinion.
Of the benefits that other people have laid down before they got there. You are confusing the message for your subscribers who are already confused on what Pan-Africanism is. Pan-African, you can't be a Pan-African if you're not a Pan-African. None of these people that Oshay talks about are Pan-Africans. None of these people that Oshay talks about displays any Pan-African ideology. None of these people even call themselves a Pan-African, and they do, they're fucking lying. All right? Because the only way you can be a Pan-African is to be Pan-African. Pan-Africanism is an ascension. If you are in fact a Pan-African, you've already ascended past the ego. You already ascended, you already know how to conflict resolution.
Now he's trying to delineate from this Pan-Africanism. Y'all see how he trying to push the goalpost now? He's just pushing the goalpost to fit his narrative. Now he don't want nothing to do with them people. Listen to what he said.
You've already done all these steps. To be a Pan-African is to be on the top of your unity. So why is Oshay Duke Jackson, the guy who says he's in the Pan-African space, the guy who calls himself a Pan-African, the guy I know that does actual Pan-African stuff outside of the internet, but then comes online and attacks Pan-Africanism from the side, from the left, behind, upwards, downwards, labeling other people who are clearly not Pan-African, so that his few subscribers can associate Pan-Africanism, xenophobic, hateful ass continental Africans that's too afraid to go home and fix their own countries, and they rather sit in the West and they rather reap the benefits from those who fought before they got there. That's the problem I got with Oshay in his battle right now. Because he's confusing.
So y'all see, we never heard Afro Think Tank say that. He's saying that they're trying to come to the West. They don't want to build their own country. So why would you be trying to advocate for people to go there if they're running over here? And y'all got all of these people that's got some money ties to Africa advocating our people to go over there. You know how many of our people have been robbed, scammed? Oshay Duke Jackson is saying that they're scamming our people over there because they are going over there with this, everybody, we're all one unity. It's all one. When they ain't even playing by the rules.
He's riding lines. He's playing with the fence. You see, I know I'm not the only one who noticed this. I know that. There are not that many Pan-Africans on YouTube. There's not that many Pan-Africans. You can call yourself a Pan-African. There's a lot of people that call.
It's not that many Pan-Africans because people are waking up to the scam. It's not that. It's not. Before, when they was talking about, when they had us thinking we all came from Africa and we were, 20 years ago, yeah, everybody was like, everybody was claiming Pan-Africa. But then everybody is starting to wake up to understanding that Pan-Africanism has ties to white supremacy. Just like them Africans that come over here and they tie themselves to white supremacy. Pan-Africanism is another white supremacy tool. That's just what it is. You like it or not, that's what it is. Pan-Africanism ain't never did that. And we see what Dr. Umar Johnson doing. Afro Think Tank, he's just a journalist. What Pan-African that we see that did anything?
Call themselves Pan-African, but they don't pass the smell test. They don't pass the action test. Pan-Africanism is an ideology. It's an ideology. There are groups who utilize and adopt the ideology of unification under the guise of Pan-Africanism. And I know Oshay is smart enough, so why is he utilizing Pan-Africanism as a verbal word to attach to obviously non-Pan-African, xenophobic, hateful Negroes? I don't understand. It don't make sense. He should come up with another name to distinguish them from actual Pan-African. The fuck out of me, Oshay, calling these motherfuckers Pan-African, even if you calling them Pan-African keyboard warriors. Because we and these niggas is not the same.
Yes, y'all is. Yes, y'all is. Y'all the same. Y'all exactly the same. You just want to separate yourself because you not proud of this. And you want to keep this lie going to to Black Americans, and you want to make it push this Pan-Africanism is the best thing that happened to us. When we don't got no results, no stats, no nothing. Y'all can't even unify Africa. Why you want us going over there with this? Yes, it's one unity when they don't look at nothing like that from over there. He's not answering this question. He want us to just be the huckleberries and have this, oh yeah, everybody is one. The gig is up, man. All you Pan Africans, the gig is up. It's over with. There's nothing you can explain. The guys who are Pan African are explaining it for you. Shout out to Oshay Duke Jackson, man.
Anyway, I just want to say that. Is Oshay going to address that shit? Probably not, because he's probably making a whole bunch of bank talking shit about Pan Africanism by attaching them to people who are clearly not Pan African, because you know his FBA club members, his FBA who pays him because they watch his shows and they watch all his shit, they love to dump on Pan Africanism. So this person who calls himself a Pan African, Oshay, decides for the algorithm, I'm going to be a Pan African who constantly finds a way to shit on Pan Africanism while talking about people who are clearly not Pan Africanism, which is definitely not Pan African.
We don't want to hear Afro Think Tank. It's over with. The gig is up. You know, we know this is being, you can keep talking about FBA all you want, but y'all are being exposed. You have to explain this. We are undefeated. Every obstacle that came our way, it's been defeated. Y'all still can't defeat this one. You can't. You could try to delineate yourself from other Pan Africans all you want. Everybody knows that a lot of y'all Pan Africans are tied to, YTs, especially the people that come over from other countries and they leave their country. We see them tethering off of our resources, our content. They even using our content. We're seeing what's going on. We're being used. Our resources is being used and you ain't calling it out. So stick with your Pan-Africanism over there. We're going to keep educating our people over here, letting them know the real, while you keep hating on FBA and you ain't getting no wins by it. And we're going to tag you in this. Okay, you the last of the, you and Dr. Umar are the last of the Pan-Africanism that's left. After y'all, we ain't got to worry about this no more. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. We're going live tomorrow. And catch y'all on the next video, man. Peace and love.
A community must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax spaces for your own people. You should at least control four basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive and compete.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.